I keep forgetting to put myself up on the screen. Good evening, everyone. How are you? Welcome to tonight's Let's Talk Autism with Autism and Us. And if you are brand new to the Let's Talk Autism open discussion, what this is all about is our online social gathering where we get together to learn, share, and support one another live online. So bring your questions, your comments, your help, your support, and let's talk autism. Hey everybody, hey Chisetta, how are you? Teresa. Oh, and Linda will not be with us this evening. She's taking her daughter Emily. They are taking their daughter Emily to the ocean, I believe she said. So she won't be with us this evening. Hey, Mr. Charles, I put the link in there for you. Hey, Michelle, how are you? She did leave us with a great topic though. Um, Hyper focus. What are some things that our children are really obsessed with? What are they really focused on, even when they get older? Um, what are their interests? Um, hey,
Anita.
Mr. Charles, how are you this evening?
Oh, I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm good. And for those of you who don't know me, I am Nita. I'm one of the admins of this wonderful establishment, and I will let Mr. Charles introduce Mr. Charles.
Yeah. I'm Charlie. Uh, I'm a retired mainframe computer software engineer with level one autism. Grew up at a time when very little was known about autism, so I wasn't diagnosed until later in life. But here I am.
Here you are. Here you are. So, Mr. Charles, Linda left us with a good topic about hyper focus or obsessions. So, growing up, did you have any obsessions or?
Yeah, various ones at various times. Like at one time, I had an obsession with milk going sour.
Oh, ooh, I think we were all.
Talked about that all the time. And yeah,
That just makes my mouth like, ooh, sour milk.
yeah,
That
and various things, but that was one of them.
was one of them. Okay. Anyone else in the chat? Any of your loved ones? Are they obsessed or focused on something, or have they started to gain extreme interest on something that it just have to have or have to do? Now with my DeAndre, um, he has to now, and I'm gonna say since we 2019, I'm gonna say when we um, was shut in from COVID, he started his little routine of exercising. So now it's like he has to do it every day. Now he was doing it 3 times a day. He done slowed it down to twice a day, but it's usually in the morning around the first thing when he wakes up, and then later on in the evening. He has this routine. He just has to do. The other thing, obsession is he has to take his iPad no matter where we go. He has to carry that thing around with him.
Well, yeah,
Michelle says Thomas and the tablet. Okay. Yeah, those tablets, boy. So I guess you would think of like on Charlie Brown where Linus carries the blanket around. That was his comfort, his he had to have that blanket no matter where he was.
another thing of mine for about 3.5 years in particular was counting my 76s. And I got all the way up to, I
Wow.
think, 3,363,000 before I got bored and quit.
Oh wow. Really? That's an interesting one. You were
Yeah.
definitely a numbers man.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Even now, I can tell you what 76 to the 12th power is.
And what is it? I'm
All right.
interested.
37 sextillion, 133 quintillion, 262 quadrillion, 473 trillion, 195 billion, 501,387,776.
Wow, Mr. Charles. Wow. A
Hey,
true
Roxy.
man. Hey, Foxy Roxy. We're talking about obsessions, whether they're good or bad. Does your babies have an obsession or things that they have to have, or um, are they focused on things that bother them? It just has to get out their way, things like that. Um, Teresa says, my son is video games, tablet, cell phone, stuffed monkey, and his baby blanket, Ninja Turtles, action figures. Okay, he has a whole slew of them. Does he have to? Does he have like a book bag where he carries all that stuff with him wherever he goes? I think I've seen one mom where her child just had to have everything in his book bag wherever he goes, wherever he goes. When they're going out the door, all his little items and stuffed animals and toys, whatever it is, he has to take them with him. Hey, Josetta, how are
I
you?
just said,
Hope you are well. Oh, he does. Hey, Pammy, we're talking about
hi, Pam.
obsessions. Um, do our loved ones have obsessions, things they are highly focused on, good or bad? But what are some of Ralph's obsessions besides Woody? So yeah, how's your day been today, Mr. Charles?
Oh, the day's been fine. Senior, I just had, well, what I fixed for dinner, I fixed uh, salmon cakes with
Oh, that sounds
tartar sauce, a Weight Watchers recipe.
okay. Salmon, that's something I haven't had in a while, but that sounds good.
Yeah, this was made with canned salmon.
Okay.
Yeah, and low fat mayonnaise. It's actually called for fat free mayonnaise, but I couldn't find that, so I used low fat mayonnaise.
Okay. Okay. Still sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. So, other than that, you guys, I had IEP meeting this past Monday, which went well. Um, it wasn't. We didn't have everybody in the room. Most of the team were virtual. They were on the phone, um, and but it was as I expected. His goals are still in place, the same ones. Things he hasn't achieved yet, we put back in place, like his counting. Um, but that's another obsession because he likes to count and he'll count in Spanish. So they were wondering, how does he, where did he learn that from? I said, YouTube. YouTube taught him all that. But other than that, it went pretty well. I'm just waiting on the support team, which is his speech and his therapy, to make sure they give me weekly updates of where they are because I want to share their reports with his outside speech and OT um, therapy. And that way, everybody can kind of stay on the same page. So, but otherwise, it went well. It wasn't as long and it wasn't as stressful as the prior years IEP. Foxy says Raymond is obsessed with everything Disney villain. His fave is Jafar from Aladdin, and Jaylene is obsessed with everything music, rock star, rock and roll, and high school bands. Her fave is the Beatles. Okay, okay.
Interesting. I could not stand the Beatles,
Really?
but they came on the scene. I was in my senior year of high school, and I
uh,
think what turned me off was seeing how the girls are fawning over their hair.
oh, I never paid. Well, I never got into the Beatles, so keyboards, drums, music, pretty much everything. Yeah. Yeah. DeAndre gets into interest. Oh, and that's the other thing, the DJ equipment now, he's uh very interested in that. So yeah. Uh-oh. School is out here in Albertville for Thanksgiving break. No IEPs for Jaylene or Raymond till next year. Oh wow, y'all get break time early. Our kids don't get out till Wednesday. Wednesday is their last day, just for a couple days. Over their hair, Charles.
Yeah. That's how it was then. Girls were all fawning over the Beatles' hair, and you know,
Yeah, that would be nice. A whole week. I wish we got a whole week off from work too. That would be wonderful. That would be absolutely wonderful. So, for those of you who are new, um, I open the invitation up for anyone who is doing something for autism. I know it is the holidays and you guys have trinkets or different types of gifts for sale. You are welcome to come on up and share what you are doing awesome for autism, no matter if it's a business selling shirts or trinkets, or if you have an organization of your own and you like to share some information about it, you are welcome to come on up and join us and tell us all about it. Kids here go Monday. Okay, so Tuesday is their last day. All right. Last Wednesday, I had my son parent teacher conference and it went very, very well. His teacher told me that he has improved in all of his subjects. His communication has improved so much. That's awesome, Teresa. That's awesome.
all right, very good.
Yeah. I
That's
always love to hear that about our babies when they are doing good or when they're at least trying. So that's awesome. So, anyone else want to share any obsessions or um, things your kids are hyper focused on? I meant to put this out and make sure it's in the group because I want to make sure. And every time I think about posting to come on up earlier in the day, I forget and do it at the last minute. I have to find a way to get our notifications out um, the group. I missed the good ones. The good what's the good ones, Pam? Yes, I have to find a way to do that. But once again, if you are new here, what this is all about is open discussion. So if you have something you want to share, we had a focus topic tonight and it's about obsessions, but you are welcome to ask any question you want, share any information you want, good, bad, or ugly. That's what we're here for, to learn, share, and support. And you can also feel free to share this live if you are on our main page. The more the merrier. So Jaylene now has a fit when she sees any insects, especially when she sees a fly. She will let out a scream like she's being killed. Oh my goodness.
wow.
Now I understand you right there because a few years ago, DeAndre would do the same thing with ants. If he step outside and saw ants, walking around in his path, he would be frantic. He jump, away from him. Now he tries to pick him up. Go figure.
Yeah. Well, did he react the same way to uncles?
Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles. Yeah, yeah, DeAndre got out of that though. I don't understand it. Jaden's IEP was not bad, but he is making big strides. And to me, that is what, yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly how I feel. We had to put some things back in place or keep them in place in DeAndre's IEP because he did not meet his goals. It's pretty much what I expected. His reading and things like that. So, yeah, as long as he's putting forth the effort and, of course, he's trying and the team is working with him, that's all that matters. A little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. It's that time of the year. Anyone else have IEPs? My neurotypical kid is that way with flying insects. Okay. I guess I'm that way, but with spiders. I think I would scream and jump. And I don't know if you guys remember, maybe it was a year or over a couple years ago when I had the cricket in my house. Oh my God, that thing scared the living daylights out of me. And then we had crickets in the fireplace, so they were all you could hear are them singing all night long. Just and it was getting on my nerve. I woke up and one was jumping around in my bedroom. I was like, "Oh Lord!" I thought I was gonna jump out of my skin.
Well, I remember one time when we were driving in the Chicago area. Well, actually, this summer, that particular summer, summer of 1975, and there was a sleeping sickness scare, mosquito-borne sleeping sickness scare. There were some cases in southern Illinois. The disease never reached the Chicago area, but the scare did,
Okay.
and authorities were you know were spraying everywhere and flushing out puddles and telling people to get rid of, empty out your above ground pools and so on. Well, anyway, we're driving on the Northwest Tollway, approaching the toll booths, and my daughter, who's I think two going on three at a time, or else just barely three, one or the other. And she says, "Daddy, there's a bug." So I'm looking to see if there's a mosquito. "Daddy,
Yeah.
there's a bug." So I look and see, is there a mosquito or a fly? "Daddy, there's a bug. There's a bug." I'm looking to see if there's a bee or a wasp or something. Turns out she's pointing to a Volkswagen Beetle in the next lane.
The car bug.
Yeah.
It was a bug. uh. I killed a lot of. Ooh, yeah. Oh, and when they get trapped somewhere, oh my goodness, that singing they do all night long is so irritating. Oh Lord. Um. Oh gosh, my little brother is like that with spiders too. Oh yes, I can't stand spiders. He was in my car with me, and he seen one in the car and jumped out my car as, whoa, oh my God! Now that's really a fear. Thank God I wasn't going too fast. Oh my God.
Well, the question I ask anyone who's afraid of spiders is, what would you do if you were dangling from a cliff by one hand and Spider-Man came to your rescue?
Mr. Charles. Well, let's just hope that doesn't happen. Oh, Spider Man. Yeah, those little creatures. I don't know. Mm-mm. So, what do you guys have planned for those of you who celebrate the holiday? What do you have planned for the holidays? Pam says the doctor thinks Ralph has super sensitive hearing and can hear the flies. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. So I guess this probably really, really bothers him. Really bothers him. Just so you know, Robert. Really? I didn't know that. Okay. Great tip.
Yeah.
Great tip. Yeah, I definitely mm-mm, mm-mm. Ooh, spiders. So last week we talked about family and how our kids, are around when we visit extended family. Um, how is it during the holidays? To be more specific, do you go around? I know some of you said no, but do you go around family with your loved ones during the holidays, or is it too much? Or do you have everyone come to your house, or is that too much? How are your children during the holiday season? Hey,
Hi,
Ralphie.
Ralph. It's interesting. Of course, now, I as an adult, I have not celebrated the holidays,
Right.
but growing up though, I grew up in a family that did,
Hmm.
but we celebrated them always as a nuclear family. We didn't travel for the holidays, didn't travel for Thanksgiving or Christmas or Easter, any
Okay.
of those holidays. We did our traveling in the summer. That's when we went to visit relatives, but not. And
Never during the
the only
holiday.
holiday sometimes we were with relatives for was 4th of July.
Okay. Everyone's saying, "Hey, Ralph. Hello, Ralph."
But, you know,
Yeah, we don't. Only family is just real close family, like um, my mom, dad, sister, DeAndre's siblings, but that's it. Usually if my son is the entertainer, so usually when he gives something, you have other people coming around. DeAndre, he'll sit. Sometimes he'll rock if it's too many people around, and I can tell just about when it's time to go. Um, he'll start going into his rocking motions like, "Oh, this is just too much for me." So, but we don't, you know, as far as other extended family. Mm-mm.
oh yeah.
He thinks it's
Well,
here. Oh, well, we see your hello, Ralph. Your mama have to come on up here and let us see you. We are staying in town. Forget the travel. Right. I'm not going out of town for the holiday.
yeah, it's been an eye opener to me as an adult to learn when the biggest days are for travel, and really four especially big days for Americans to travel: the day before Thanksgiving, the Sunday after Thanksgiving, um, Good Friday, and Easter Sunday.
Mm.
Christmas, a lot of people do travel at Christmas and New Year's, but because that whole holiday season is more spread out, the travel is spread out, so you don't have the same rush on one particular day that you have around Thanksgiving and Easter.
Mhm. We are staying home. Just okay. We'll be going to my mom's house, but it'll be, just the family, my kids and mom and dad and my sister. This year will be just Jaylene, Raymond, and I became became my two oldest. Oh, because my two oldest have to work. Yeah.
Yeah, because, yeah, not became, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
We are doing a friend's Thanksgiving. Okay, that's good. That's good.
There were a couple of years when we went over to another family's house for Thanksgiving, and the mother of that family could not cook. And, the turkey wasn't sufficiently cooked, and I
Oh my
complained about
goodness.
it. And after a couple of years of that, they went back to, let's do it at home.
Wait, did you actually say the
Oh yeah,
turkey
I
wasn't good?
complained about the fact that it wasn't fully cooked. I complained about it. Yeah,
How did they take it?
I'm sure they didn't take it well, but again, I mean, I was kind of oblivious to the way they were reacting. I just was expressing my feelings more
Right,
into
right.
my feelings than into other people's reactions to those feelings.
Oh, wow. You're just straight to the point. This was not cooked.
But
I am hoping soon to travel to Colorado to meet my brother. Oh yeah, maybe before Christmas. Oh, that would be so sweet. That would be so sweet. I hope you can make it. I know that would be wonderful. A wonderful Christmas gift. It's okay though because I'm saving up for Raymond's graduation. I plan to take them to Disney since he's so obsessed. Oh yes, he would absolutely love that. I keep saying I said I was going to take DeAndre 1 year because he's the only one of the kids that hasn't gone. I'm so afraid of putting him on an airplane though. That's my only fear, and I'm definitely not driving to Florida. But we'll have to see what happens. He's gonna go down south with me um, in a few months. Maybe by the summer, I'm gonna take him down south with me on the plane. So we're gonna see how that goes. But I definitely want to do a Disney trip too. I'm gonna have to start saving up because Disney is expensive. Oh my God.
yeah, I know it has. The last time I went to Disney was in 2003. I went with my late second wife, Heloise, but it was kind of an adjunct to, the main event was we went on a 4-day cruise to the Bahamas with
Oh,
family
okay.
and,
Okay.
celebrating her twin sister and her husband's 40th anniversary.
Okay. That sounds nice. Think I may try the Disney cruise too. That sounds nice. My kids have been on an airplane when we traveled to Puerto Rico. Oh, no choice there unless you swimming. How did they do, Foxy? Were they okay on the plane? What did you do to prepare them and keep them occupied? All tips are appreciated. And for those of you who are just coming in, make sure you hit that like button if you aren't following. If you're on the outside looking in and you're not following Autism and Us, make sure you hit that like button. If you are viewing from inside one of the groups, make sure you also like the main page. So that way you will get notifications whenever we come on live. But yeah, for those of you who, that's a good question though. Anyone who has tips they can share if your loved one has been on an airplane before. What were the things that you did to prepare them for that? What things did you take with them on the trip to occupy them? Um, yeah, because I'm thinking maybe, this summer, maybe come May, I want him to travel to Mississippi with me, just me and him. I would have took him the last time I went, but it was more for business. But I do want him to go, but I'm just so scared. I don't know. I'm just scared of what may happen, or him melting down on the airplane. I don't know. I don't know what I'm scared of. I just need to do it and just see. They did good. Jaylene threw up right at the end, but other than that, I made sure their electronics were fully charged and had snacks and headphones. I prepared them by showing them YouTube videos a month before we travel. Okay, that's a good idea. Good idea. So that's what I probably will do. Start preparing him, a couple months in advance. And make sure, definitely have to make sure that iPad is charged and cord is with us.
And then if there's a danger that do what Jaylene did, good idea to tell them in advance about the barf bag.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Just in case. I gave them melatonin 30 minutes before the flight. It was a 2.5 hour flight. Okay. And see now the way these flights are going, so you just went straight through. The way these flights are going now, I used to could either get a flight straight to Mississippi, but now you have to wait a layover. I was in the airport for 2 hours in Atlanta, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
And Atlanta is a crazy airport, and I was upset because I think we got off at Terminal B, and I had to walk all the way. Well, they have a tram, but by the time the tram come, I walk a few minutes, then here it come. Then I walk a couple minutes, and here it come. But did they go up? What did they go up to? T? I think it was T, but it was a long way.
There's several different letters, and then there's a jump to letter T, I believe. Yeah, it's A, B, C, D, E, F, and then there's a T, and then, yeah, but in any case,
Crazy.
yeah, at each of those terminals, you walk to the hub, the central hub, and there you can wait for the train. But if you're in a hurry, then you may
like I was
walking anyway.
Yeah, they only gave me 30 minutes to get to where I was going. So every time I would walk, then the tram, you could see the tram coming. But I said, forget it. Walk some more. Here it come. My little legs was gone in that airport, but I cannot. No, that airport is just too big.
Yeah, that one is huge. Yeah,
it's huge. We would have to drive. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think I could be in a car that long with DeAndre.
and you have some airports where the buildings are separate, and so you have to take a train or tram or something to get from one terminal to the next. You can't just walk.
Oh wow. Wow. Now I could have got a straight flight, but I would have been in New Orleans, but I still would have had to drive 2 hours back into Mississippi. No layover flights. That's where we left from Atlanta. And yes, it huge. Yes. That airport gave me a headache. I was so glad to get out of there. And when I got to the Biloxi Gulfport Airport, it's just so small, just small. I like to travel with them at night. Less people, less noise. That's a good idea. Yeah. And that would probably be what I do, late night flight. Less people.
And of course, some places, depending on where you're going from and to, in some places, that's the main option is overnight flights. Like if you're going from, the east coast of North America over to Europe,
Mm-hmm.
that's what Cindy and I did when we went to Germany. Took a flight that left Washington Dulles Airport at 6 p.m., got to Frankfurt at 8 a.m. the next morning. It's an 8-hour flight, but there's a 6-hour time difference. So coming back, we took a flight that left at something like 12 noon and got here something like 2 p.m.
Mhm. Michelle says, honestly, if you are prepared with all the things that can assist during a meltdown, you might be all right. Plus, talk to doctor and therapists about other ways to prepare them. YouTube videos can help. Also, speak to the airline and see if they can assist on certain parts of the flight, getting on, off to gates and such. Thank you for that, Michelle. Definitely. And that's a good idea, too, to get in touch with the airlines and see what kind of assistance they offer to our loved ones who are on the spectrum. Maybe they have a special program or something. But thank you for that. Great advice, you guys. Denver's airport is big like that. Okay. I know to stay away from that airport.
Yeah, there's certain airports that are hubs for certain airlines, and some of them are not bad. I mean, Baltimore is a hub for Southwest Airlines. So is Midway Airport in Chicago, which is a rather small airport, but Southwest is the main airline that flies there.
Mm-hmm.
But other ones, then you got the bigger airlines like Delta and American and so on. Like Delta's hub is Atlanta.
Oh, yeah. Big difference. That's what, yes. It's a humongous difference, Foxy. Gulfport, just little small. And then you go there, it's like, oh, I got a headache. I was off the, I got off the plane and was right down to the baggage area, like that when I got to Gulfport. Hey, Sonia, how
Hi,
are
Sonia.
you? Well, we are talking about traveling with our loved ones. If you have any tips to share for it, has Queen been on an airplane before? Have you traveled by car? What did you do to prepare her? The focus topic this evening that Linda suggested was, what are your baby's obsessions? What are they hyper focused on? Um, those types of things. So chime on in, child. Chime on in. Also, let the attendant know that your child has autism, and they will assign an attendant to help you with your luggage and then let you board. Okay, okay. Thank you. You guys are giving me some great tips. So definitely, because I'm definitely gonna have to get them prepared before time.
Yeah, special needs.
Yeah.
They board special needs families first.
Hmm. And yeah, and hopefully, I get a I was on a going there. I was on a rather big plane, but they had like three seats here, three seats, three seats. I would have to see if I can get on a smaller plane where it's just me and him, or either I have to do first class. That's too much though.
Yeah,
Yeah. So thank you guys for that suggestion. Um, we went on a train to Vegas. She did pretty good. She had her food and her phone. Oh wow. That's something I haven't thought about. Train ride. But it would be a long ride. We'd probably have a couple stops. Maybe I have to look into that. How long did it take you, Sonia? And did she enjoy the view? And I don't think it's the train. They're not that much inexpensive. They're not that much far from getting an airline ticket, are they?
yeah. It depends a lot. If you're willing to sit and coach, even for overnight, you can save some money because if you got a room for overnight travel, that's a considerable added expense.
Okay. She was over. She was ready, huh?
Yeah, 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 my late second wife and I went to Vegas twice during our marriage. The last time was for what proved to be our last anniversary. We didn't know it was going to be, but that's how it proved to be. But you know, we, I don't gamble. We didn't gamble, but we enjoyed the food and the shows.
Okay. Just pick his seat when you buy a ticket. Pick his next to the window so he can be entertained looking too. Yep, good idea. Good idea. So this time around, I got a Class E ticket, the cheapest there was. So I let them pick the seats for me. I was squished the first time. I was in between somebody, and I don't like being in the middle. And the second time, I did have a window seat, but it's like one person here and one person there, and I'm in the middle. It's like I don't like this. 14, 14 hours. Okay, okay, 14 hours. That would be just about how long it would take me to drive from Detroit if I went straight through to Mississippi. But yeah, that would be interesting. I have to look into that too. He might like a train ride. Also, if you travel during the weekdays, flights are cheaper and there's less people traveling. Yeah. Yeah, I know the little trick. I did my ticket on a Tuesday and I left here on Thursday. So and it was much cheaper because I have that little hopper, the hopper app on my phone, and those tickets was like going up and up and up. So yeah, I got that look. I got that in pick them tickets. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the invite link in the chat area. I also want to mention once again because the door is open, you guys. Know the holidays are here. If you are doing something awesome for autism, if you know someone who is doing something awesome for autism, tell them to come on up and share the details of what they're doing, whether they're selling trinkets or t-shirts or whatever it may be, as long as it's autism related. If you have an organization or you know someone who has an organization that is doing something for our autistic loved ones, or maybe they have a parent community like we do, tell them to come on up and share that information with us. We want to hear from you. Now, you guys, we won't be on next Sunday because I am taking the holiday off, the holiday weekend. So we won't be here next Sunday, but we will return the Sunday after that.
Yeah,
Uh,
I kind of thought there wouldn't be any next Sunday.
yeah. So yeah, I had almost forgot about Thanksgiving, but yeah, plan on doing a lot of catching up on things and mostly relaxing for that day. Um, so again, I put the invite link in. If you'd like to come up, if you want to share something, feel free. If you want to come on up and share some inspirational words, feel free. If you want to come up and share a quick story, feel free. If you just want to come up and say hi to everybody, come on up, come on up. Me and Mr. Charles don't bite.
Yeah, yeah. I have to say about the train option that we traveled by train a couple of times when I was a little boy. One time I
Okay,
was 4, one time I was 5. We traveled from New York to Michigan by train,
okay.
and I love trains, and so I really enjoyed the trip.
I think the last time I went on a train and we did catch the Amtrak from here, from Detroit to New Orleans, that was back in 1985 because my oldest niece was born. So that was back in 19, that was the last time I've been on a train. but I remember that trip. So it was me, my sister, and my niece, because she was just a little baby. Albertville made a float for special needs families and the kids, and I rode on the float for the Albertville Thanksgiving Christmas parade last Thursday. So that was cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's really cool, Albertville. That's really cool. Yep, just a nibble. Don't bite, but maybe nibble a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. That's my Pepsi. Oh yeah, yeah. Kind of.
Oh yeah.
You have that one thing, always having my coffee, but then I exchange it for another not so good thing, Pepsi.
Yeah. Well, I too am a member of
I
the
do.
Pepsi generation.
Oh yeah, I do have tasteful coffee, so I might after I get off of here, I'm gonna go make a pot before I go to bed. Oh, you a Pepsi drinker too? Huh?
I don't drink much soda pop,
Uh-huh.
but on the occasions when I do, that's one of my favorites.
It's Pepsi.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Coffee and Pepsi. Yep, there you have it,
Yeah.
fam. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys that earlier today I had a hot cup of coffee and a icy Pepsi. And yes, I did rotate them at the same, not at the same time, but I rotated. I drank a little Pepsi, then I drank a little of my coffee. Now, what was that? That's bad. That is bad. Well, send me straight to the toilet.
Coffee and Pepsi.
Coffee and Pepsi. Hey, Lizzie, how are
Yeah.
you?
Oh, and does that the Cindy is Diet Coke.
Oh, Diet Coke. Okay.
Yeah,
I, I,
that.
I, I can't get past that diet taste. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't for me, but in any case, that's what. Well, that's what sends her straight to the toilet.
Oh, the Diet Coke. Mountain Dew. Okay. I I don't. A lot of people drink Mountain Dew. I tried it. I can't get past that taste either.
Yeah, I like Mountain Dew, but again, I don't
Do
drink.
you?
I don't drink soft drinks very often, but that is another one I like.
Okay. Lizzie says sick. Oh, I hope you
Not
feel
too
better.
bad.
Sorry to hear that. Make sure you take care of
Yeah,
yourself.
hope you feel better soon.
Yes, definitely. Shirley Temples. Oh, you like the Shirley Temple drinks? Mm. What is that? Sprite and some kind of juice. Shirley Temples.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's a non-alcoholic drink. That much I know.
You're welcome. Definitely take care of yourself. Okay, you guys, we're down to the last 10 minutes. Last call. Come on up. What is that?
Grenadine, yeah, that's right. That goes into it.
What is what is that?
That's a cherry syrup.
Okay,
Um,
here.
because
Okay.
my late second wife always her favorite alcoholic drink was a Planter's Punch, and she liked it with Myers rum, and that had grenadine in it.
Okay.
Myers had rum and grenadine. I'm not sure what else, but
Yeah, I have a peaceful, lovely Thanksgiving. I am very thankful for Autism and Us. Thank you, Foxy, and may you have a great Thanksgiving.
thank you, Roxy.
Hmm. Hmm. Hey, Kate, how are you?
Hi guys, I'm recovering
Hi,
from
Kate.
hi, recovering from COVID and a cold.
Oh, sorry.
It's been miserable, but I'm doing okay.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I hope you get
Yeah,
well real soon. Real
it's
soon.
been crazy.
Mm. You have any inspirational words for these last few minutes?
Just do great things. I'm actually hosting my first Sense of Santa event with my company here on December 18th in San Antonio, Texas. Looking forward to doing that. So just keep doing the great things that you're doing. Keep pushing and always remember to get back to the community because it makes a lasting impact.
Yeah. Well, good luck
Okay.
on your event.
Thank you.
Much
We're excited.
thanks to you guys. I know
Thank
you're excited. So,
I'm
where?
definitely
Tell us a
been
little more about it.
so we're gonna have characters, a catered dinner, face painting, balloon artists, sensory bins. There's gonna be Santa photos. There's gonna be a dinner that's catered from a company called Snacks on the Go. And then there's going to be a dance from 6 to 9, so they can get all their wiggles and jiggles out before Christmas. So we get to
All right.
hang, have a good time.
Awesome. Awesome.
I'm
So,
excited.
if you guys want to know more information on that, make sure you get in touch with Kate, who is
Yep,
Lizzie on here.
yep. I have to hide out from my brother-in-law who likes to torment me and harass me due to my
Oh,
autism.
no.
Yep.
Okay.
Tequila. Now, I used to love Tequila Sunrise
Oh,
when
You
I was
know,
I
young.
you
can't
know
do
what
it.
what's growing on me is dry martini. That was my dad's drink,
Oh,
and
dry martini. Okay.
No, I'll
yeah,
take the olive from the martini, but I won't drink alcohol.
Yeah, I like the flavored martinis.
Ooh,
And
that sounds
I have to have the flavored frozen martinis they have. Those are
nice.
good, like watermelon.
Ooh, that sounds good. That
there
sounds
was
so.
a cartoon book that somebody wrote back in the 1960s. The title was "Happiness is a Dry Martini." It had various ones, they're all picture cartoons, and one of them said, "Happiness is seeing the cab that just passed you up go out of control and skid into a police car."
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was things
Same,
like that.
same to you, Sonia. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Thank
guys.
you.
Oh, also, if anybody's in Houston, I will be in Houston tomorrow. There is something called Autism Moms of Houston get together tomorrow night, and I will be there from 4 to 7. It's at the Braylon Community Center, I believe. So if any of y'all are looking for something great to do, something fun to do, message me if you're in Houston. I can send you the address. It is open to the public. They're gonna have like our photo booth, obviously, face painting, balloon artists. They're gonna have multiple different things tomorrow night. So if you're in Houston, come on out and hang out with me. Come see the Kate.
All right. Awesome.
Yep.
Okay, Mr. Charles, you have any parting words for the community?
Yep. Just again, stay optimistic. But the travel things, I think the most important thing you can do, and your child best, is prepare your child for what to expect.
Yeah.
Tell your child what to expect.
Yes.
I remember my dad using something similar to what we now call social stories.
Mhm.
Uh, but of course, back then, not only did they have no idea that what autism was or that it applied to me, but besides that, social stories wasn't the concept they understood. But he told me, and he worked into the bedtime stories. This family, he made a point of having they were traveling by car, and each night they stopped and stayed in a tourist cabin, and that prepared me for the fact we were going to be staying in tourist cabins during our travel. Now, that was what was the that was where you usually stayed then. That was before motels became the thing.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
All right, everybody. I want to thank you all for tuning in this evening. We appreciate you all. Remember, we won't be here next Sunday, but Sunday afterwards, we
Yep.
shall return.
Which is Kate's birthday, December 8th. Woo!
That's my mom's birthday too.
Oh, it's
Awesome.
cool.
December 8th. So I
Yeah.
will see you week after next. See you guys, and I
Happy
appreciate each
Thanksgiving,
and every
everybody.
one.
Be blessed.
Have
Bye.
a
Bye.
wonderful
Good
holiday.
night, everyone.
Bye.